that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of Black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that you've reached the stage in your life,
what if you were about to meet the man you'd been talking to online for months or even years?
I just can't wait to experience your love that you have for me.
I'm Tyronda Jones, and I'll be your host. You are all here today because you are in a relationship with somebody you have never met in person before.
We've been doing this for 12 years.
What? You have not met him in 12 years?
Would they be everything you hoped for? I want to meet my husband.
End up marrying, have children, have a family.
Could it be love at first sight?
Aww. Do I look real?
Or would someone you don't recognize show up instead?
Shut up. I don't even know who this person is.
Is she catfishing me?
You look at somebody's pictures and then it's just not the same in person.
7 couples finally take their virtual relationships into the real world.
I like our relationship online, but real chemistry is in the air when you're around someone.
We kissed and I felt nothing.
Their online romances will be tested when they live together for 3 weeks.
A complete and utter lie.
Will their connections deepen?
I would love for this to go way further than this.
Or will getting physical expose the fantasy behind the screen?
He still is a liar until he can show me different. That's how I'm gonna look at it.
Will this be the start of forever?
I think I'm in love.
Think he'll pop the question?
I'm pretty nervous. It's a big step. There's one chance to do this right.
Or the end of the line for these couples?
Why would you propose to another woman? There was good in between them.
You have never said good about the woman sitting right here. That's the woman you need to be focused on.
There's a beginning, there is an end for everything.
What if you were about to meet the man you'd been talking to online for months or even years?
I just can't wait to experience your...
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Well, hello, everybody. Hopefully all is well with all of you.
Welcome into another edition of Brainley's virtual tour live in the daytime. You heard. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. Let me turn down the music so you guys can hear us. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. We have a lot to talk about. It's Ready to Love, Season 9, Episode 10. Tommy's Getaway. Gigi9 is on the stage with me. Hey, Gigi, how are you, beautiful?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I am doing good, child. Anytime.
So hold on. I just want to say, because there might be some confusion. So you guys, for those who don't know, normally we do Ready to Love review with myself, Braylon, Dr. Ucha, which is Talk with Solana, and Q. And we do that on a different panel every Saturday at noon. There's been some, Dr. Ucha, she is a certified doctor, and she is in the hospital saving lives. So our schedules have, differed a little bit. I'm also in school. Everybody's working. So it's a lot going on. So right now it's going to be Braylon and I holding it down for the four of us, because there's four of us, and we actually do this every Saturday. Yes, so today is going to be Braylon and I holding it down for the Ready to Love panel.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is the thing, too, that I love about our audience, Gigi. I say our audience because we have a very similar soul, is that regardless whether I am on at 11 a.m., 6 p.m., I think at this point, based on what's happening in this sector, I think they look forward to seeing Braylon at this point.
Yeah, of course.
It's
supposed to be like that.
So wait a minute. After people not leaving people alone, and broken eyes with broken vision, and being straight and chasing lies, deception, and hell, and not being accountable. Wait, there's a person that's accountable. There's a person that stays to themselves, and they always provide receipts. Oh my God! I don't lose my mind over here. I actually don't get pissed, and I actually want to come back. Shocking. When I've been this way the whole time. So with that being said,
we're going to move on for the reason why we are even here right now. See, this tour right now is taking the tour through the love. Okay, we're going down love lane. Okay, absolutely. We're trying to see who's ready and who's not ready to love.
Higher is weighing, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro there. You see the virtual tour background, you hear the virtual tour music, and then there is me, Braylon Lee. That is the legendary Queen T with Gigi9, and it's time to do what we do. Ciao. So you said we're gonna talk briefly about last week. I don't think really too much actually. I mean, it existed.
Yeah, no, we're just going to briefly talk on last week because, we did miss last week. And just to get caught up, catch everybody up on what happened leading into this week so that we can, kind of get through it. Because honestly, there wasn't really that much that happened this week either. No. The show is becoming more and more just displeasing to me, honestly. Yeah. It's becoming I don't know if it's the writers. I don't know if it's, I don't know who it is, but we need to get better cast members. We need to get I don't know. Everything needs to happen.
Talk about foursome on camera. Good damn.
Right.
We'll talk about it, y'all. I will say this, even though a lot did happen this episode, I think this episode was a more significant episode than last week's episode, because there was at least
absolutely. I agree with that. I agree. And look, this is what we're gonna do just to make it a little simple. I'm gonna run down what happened last week. Just go a quick little rundown through everything, and then I think if we just comment on it, maybe 10 minutes for last week. That way we can save the rest for this week, because there was some significant things that happened this week that I feel need to be talked about. So let's just go ahead and start it off, because last week the women they were in control and they had to bring their exes out. Patrice brought her ex Dro, and she met with Alonzo and William. Dro was asking them, things that they didn't like about Patrice, which was, kind of got caught off guard. But, they was just Alonzo's like, her curveballs. He didn't like, he understands her throwing them, but he doesn't really like them. She says that she doesn't really like that he's not serious with William. William says he doesn't like that she tans. Her ex took it as though, she was, like he was saying that he didn't like what she does with her personal self. And William had to explain it like, no, I've been adopted and I went through this whole process of hating myself. And I just find that, that's just not something that I like, which is not a problem.
I don't have a problem with, but also was kind of off-putting to me because it's like, if you are trying to get to know this woman, you cannot attack what you're attracted to. I'm going to say that 2 more times. You can't attack what you're attracted to. You can't attack what you're attracted to because that tanning had nothing to do with you at all. And listen, I know everybody's got a story, in the words of Kathy Lee Gifford, everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. But that doesn't mean you have to put yourself in other people's chapters. She did that for her. That had nothing to do with you. And sometimes the reasons why on reality shows people lose sympathy for the cast member is because the sympathy doesn't feel authentic. Because he said this adoption story so many times, and I get that was in front of the ex, but at some point in time, you guys stand 10 toes down. Look, I was adopted, but now I am embraced, and my life is because of what is in my life. My mom said this, and I'll land with this, Gigi. When I told people I was at 2.7, when I was at 1 point cumulative GPA academic war and close to getting kicked out of school because that actually happened to me, my mom said, why do you keep telling young people that story when you speak to them? I'm like, Mom, because it's about overcoming obstacles. I'm glad I learned that lesson then and not at the top. She's like, Bray, that's a great story, but if you keep telling that story, that's all they're going to know about you.
And that's so true.
There's more to your book. That's not the only chapter you can talk about.
Right. And I feel like with her wanting to tan, okay, I understand him feeling like that's a way of her having like some type of, like issue with herself, or she wants to enhance herself. And even if so, that's fine. Let her do it. That's her personal way of wanting to feel beautiful. We all do things that enhances ourselves. We all try to make ourselves a little bit more appealing. And if there's something that you don't like about yourself, if you want to fix it, fix it. Absolutely. If not, then embrace yourself and just be fine with who you are. Not everyone's on the same, in the same mindset of where if she goes tanning that it's bad and she doesn't love herself. No, that could just be something she enjoys.
And she even referenced that. She's like, I love myself, but I like upgrading myself, or I like making additions to myself. And I really like that. See, Patrice is that homegirl that should be a wife. Not everyone out here should be a wifey. Not everybody out here should be
she definitely has wifey vibes. She absolutely has wifey vibes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But moving on, just because we both agreed last week wasn't really nothing, but I just want to move on so that we can get into this week.
Absolutely. Let's do what we do.
But Mika met with Tommy, okay, because she basically said that she does not communicate with her exes. She said she has 2 of them. The one ex that she had, her last ex, which is not the father of her children, she does not talk to him at all. Correct. So there was no way to communicate. And when it comes to the father of her children, they only communicate about the children. That is it, and that is all. There's no other connections or conversations. So Tommy, in true Tommy fashion,
showed up as her
offers to come and sit in with her. What did you feel about that?
You know what? Honestly, let me just say this. First off, shout out to NECA to be so wise to not allow. Hey, Fredra, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Queen. See, that was a black woman, y'all, that said that. For the people watching in the bushes, just to let y'all know. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. But thank you so much, Frederick. No, here's the thing. I am so proud of her for recognizing I am not going to allow toxicity into my life. I certainly won't give them the platform to distribute it. I absolutely love that. Now, I know for some people, they were probably like, well, you on Ready to Love, and this is the X part of the show. if y'all had a toxic ex, y'all want to bring them on TV either. Like, we got to quit this double standard-ish. Now, for Nephew Tommy to come through, I think, honestly, tell you the truth, I think it was a really good idea. In the regard of it surprised the men and it gave the men like, oh, damn, you know what I mean? Because guess what? He is going, if he hears anything about her specifically, he can bring that up in the gentleman's lounge. So it was basically a mental curveball that Nephew Tommy threw. I also disagree with him because here's the thing. If I was the executive producer, I'm like, listen, who on this production team is the best at understanding what love is on the level that they can understand it, and who is married on the crew? And I would have had a crew member to do it. I'll tell you why. That crew member would not have had as much of a reputation as Tommy has. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if we want the real and reality, I need you to be unfiltered. And Tommy, he was the host, so he couldn't really, engage and shade and all that type of stuff. So I think it was good because somebody needed to be there, but I think there could have been more to that if they would have brought maybe somebody in from the crew. Because you can't bring in nobody from the family because it's not time for the family yet. But that's my take.
I agree with you. I do. Production could have had someone come in if that was the case. But I do, hats off and just respect to Tommy because he figures it out. He does. He knows how to throw curveballs and he knows how to take them. He understands how the show runs. He understands life and he understands people, and he understands that some people just aren't meant to be in your space. And you're right. This is not a time. If we have issues or I know that I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, I'm not about to come bring you on the show somewhere that I'm actually trying to open myself up and find real love. No, because you could be be on some shady shit, right. Come through and try to basically, fuck up what's going on.
Well, absolutely. And also, too, let me just say this. Me and Gigi talk offline all the time, and we have said on this panel, the four of us, the legendary doctor who is doctoring greatly right now, Dr. Ucha, our main man, Q, myself, and Gigi. We talk about the show and life, online and offline. And one of the things I said is that there could be a co-host for Nephew Tom, but not a actual co-host for him, but just kind of as a outlet. You know what I mean? And not a relationship coach. Because this dating show is more about soul than anything else. So let's just say if I was with Nephew Tommy as host, right? I could have stepped in to that date. And Gigi, you already know my mouth by now. I don't put up with ish that I don't have to. So if I'm feeling ain't right, I could probably go there in a way that Nephew Tommy could. So that probably could have been a thing for that. But also, too, how many times does that happen when you need that type of co-host like that? And also, too, later on, we'll talk about Nephew Tommy said, I got my eye on you to somebody in the cast. I'm not going to say who because we'll get to that later. But yeah, Nephew Tommy, he's in the mix.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely knows. And he's saying, you know what I'm saying? He's sticking to it. Now, when it came to, because I felt like people was like trying to look at Mika wrong for even saying that basically she didn't have nobody to bring. Right. And it was almost like, because I think I even seen some comments where people was like, oh, she's probably the problem. She don't want people to know that it's really her. And I'm like, even if that is the case, that could be very well the case. Mm-hmm. Still, why would I bring someone who has negative feelings towards me on a show where I'm looking for love and I'm at some points being my most vulnerable?
Absolutely. No question.
There's no reason why to do something like that.
Absolutely. And not to mention too, can we give a shout out to the father for being a father? Because even though, and probably somebody says, well, what about the father? No, he understood business. And some of y'all in so many broken relationships where you can't even have communication with your baby dad. At least he said, listen, I'm only going to talk to you about the kids, nothing more, nothing less. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't have love for her, but he respects that child and that relationship of co-parenting that much. So some of y'all that comment on people, let's see you go on Ready to Love and let's see your history, okay? Because it probably ain't clean either. Hell, sick of y'all. Not sick
that
of y'all,
shit.
sick of y'all.
Sick of y'all.
Listen.
So let's move on because Vanessa, she invites her ex Thomas to meet up with Dominique and Chaz. Now, she was married, right? But she was married to a white man.
Correct.
I thought that was her ex. I didn't know that she had, dated in between them. But hey, we don't know everything.
Right.
So Vanessa, Dominique and Chaz, like, honestly, I just felt like that whole conversation, all of it, like most of it, I skipped out on because it was boring. I am not even going to lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. I do appreciate that the ex seemed level-headed. You know what I mean? Of, hey, listen, there was a reason why we didn't work out, but we still have a friendship. And with these reality shows, you don't know what the words of Julie Chen Move as a big brother, expect the unexpected. I think it was a nice break in the midst of these exes appearing that there was a calm ex that wasn't, and not that somebody could throw shade, but at least they didn't have to have their guard up. You know what I mean? Because that could have went a lot of ways. But I think also too, give credit to Vanessa that she's a calm person, right? That she's not going to, she wouldn't date somebody who was crazy because her demeanor.
No, I don't think she would intentionally do nothing like that.
Right. So I at least give that date that, at least that.
Yeah. And also, when it comes to Love Ahead, I don't feel like there was any of them that were kind of like out of place or out of pocket or anything like that. I feel like they were all pretty respectful for the most part. I feel like Dro asked he was asking some really, really good questions and was really trying to get to the bottom of who these guys were. But I wasn't surprised to see that Vanessa had Chaz come, but I was kind of surprised that Dominique was there.
Yeah, because well, wait a minute. Didn't Vanessa and Dominique do a date like a couple episodes back or the last episode?
Yeah, I think they've done like one date, maybe two, but it didn't seem like there was the connection there.
No, understood. I was just using that as a reference of, I think that was the reason why they were on there. But I agree with you. It was a connection that you could dig into.
Yeah. And like I said, it just seemed like there was time placements when it comes to these dates.
Correct.
Because it really was kind of pointless. It was boring. Could have did without it. So yeah. That's why we're skipping through. But so next we have Mya. She invited her ex Wes to meet Justin and William, which I knew she was attracted to William. Justin, don't see a connection there, but whatever.
Right.
Rashina invited her ex-husband Chris to meet Chaz, and then Mika met up with Justin and LaRon with Tommy.
Yes.
I feel like they just put LaRon in there with somebody because he didn't have nobody to go on a date with all week.
Yeah.
Because him and Mika, I don't see that as no connection.
No, I mean, listen, how I knew that was the case was when it was Justin and Mika, and Justin said, "I feel like we have something." She said, "I do too." I'm just like, if that wasn't the biggest you verbally out loud, I see that y'all two got a connection because you said you in the rain, you said clear. So I'm gonna leave my ass out. Hey, can I get a Sazerac to go on the way out the door? I know it's a New Orleans drink, but damn it, here's my phone. I Googled it. Make the damn drink and make it a damn double. I'm getting the hell out of here. But that's me.
Did you see his face? He just looked so just
defeated. I mean, take the helium out the balloon, take the salt and pepper and the lemon out the catfish. It was just so bad.
Dang, stick a fork in him. He's done. He was just sitting there just looking so out of place. He looked third wheelish. He just looked like he was only there because he hadn't had a date all week, so they had to place him somewhere. Because they didn't really have a connection. None.
Absolutely. And hey, Lady B, welcome in. Glad to have you here. No, for sure. For sure. I mean, and honestly, too, this is a process that nobody really expects to come into their life. You know what I mean? And honestly, to tell you the truth, y'all remember the brother at the beginning, the brother that I said that I think would have shook up the room?
Glenn.
Glenn, I think that this getaway would have been a great time to activate him, because think about it. It would have been enough time that has passed. Everybody was feeling that they were at the end of their gears, and you were trying to oil the gears for the clock to work, but it's just not ticking, and you need something to shake the room and give it the boom. I feel like that would have been a great time to activate him, because guess what? He still is a lingering storyline. Oh, well, he didn't show up and he didn't want to be authentic. Let him come through that getaway.
Right.
You know
what I mean? Hey, Colton. Hey, Lady B. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Hey, Frida, welcome in. And honestly, this is how I would have done it. I would have, if I was nephew time, I would be like, hey, y'all, let's play a game real quick. The lady who wins this is going to get a special surprise. And guess what? There's a limo waiting for you. That woman would have had the first one-on-one date with Glenn. But you could not say ish to the cast when you got back. And if you did say something, your behind will automatically be up for the next elimination. That's the way I would have introduced him. Oh, I'm so cold-hearted as a producer, but I love it. Because here's the thing. I'm giving y'all, this is my media nerd going. And when I say I'm cold-hearted as a producer, I'm cold-hearted, but I am a fire soul for television and media. Because think about it. It's a lingering storyline. Y'all already want to get away. Nobody's expecting the game. Nobody's expecting the prize is going to be anything special. And then you add a consequence that if you say anything, you're up for elimination automatically. Oh my God. Talk about a dangerous scene, ladies and gentlemen.
See how many would do right.
Listen, now I'm not saying I could be a producer on Ready to Love, but I think that would have been a pivotal scene this season. It would have changed the season. It really would have.
Yeah, that definitely would have been a good curveball, or at least, or even, hey, we're going to bring back somebody who got eliminated who might not have, who shouldn't have.
That part.
Bring them back. And they also be one of the secret people. You get to go on a date with them, but you can't tell anybody. If everything goes good, they get to get voted back on. They get to come back.
Yep. And the same consequence is in place with that. If you say anything about the person who could come back, you will also be automatically up for elimination. Because now here's the thing. Because we talked about the curveballs of responsibility. You know what I mean? Of just, if you feel that somebody's not being responsible, you can throw that curveball. And if everybody agrees with your curveball responsibility, that person's up for elimination or there's a consequence. I think adding that automatic up for elimination trait would elevate the show so much, because now you have to break it. There's no safety net anymore. There's no trying to hustle and get your connection. No, you mess up in the circumstance we're giving you, you are automatically up for elimination. There ain't do not pass go, do not collect $200. There ain't no get out jail free card. Oh, thank you, Lady B. I appreciate you. I really do.
Thank you, Lady B.
It's a really good show if you get into it. It really is. And
honestly, catch us every Saturday at noon, where it's actually all four of us who do this. We do this show every Saturday. If you really want really good insight and, on the show, even if you don't watch it, definitely check us out.
Oh,
because this is what we do. We've been covering this show for 3 seasons now?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And sometimes we give more life to the show than the show itself. We've had cast members. We had actual cast members appear on the show. And some had just come in the voice, of a form of a character, from the show. But that's neither here nor there. It's good to hear you, GG. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Anything can happen.
Maurice, it's always a pleasure.
Now I gotta get back because I was eating Auntie Sharice's thick thighs. Now I don't like Popeyes, but I like Sharice's thick thighs. You understand? I gotta go back and eat. Scrum Dilly, I'm just love you all.
Listen, Maurice wants that medium rare steak. He don't eat Popeyes. Listen, he don't eat Popeyes, but he's sure in Auntie Sharice's biscuits right now, okay?
Lord help. And last thing, Sharice does not wear fake red bottoms, okay? When she puts her legs up in the air, it's those real red bottoms. I just wanted y'all to listen. And I am catching that catfish, understand? Okay, let's roll on. Lord.
Damn, Maurice always coming and taking over.
I love this damn after show. Oh my Lord. All right, y'all. Let's get back to
you were silly. Okay. So let's move on. Because what we going to we're going with Patrice and Alonzo because it's been said that Alonzo is too playful. He's not serious. Everybody questions, if he can really do much for and what he's, really about. Well, he showed Patrice what he's about. Because he closed down a museum.
Yes, he did.
Took her around, had a nice little dinner there with rose petals. She said she's never had rose petals.
She said it was the best date she ever had.
Best date she's ever had.
And that includes the ex that was on the date.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
And Alonzo, I feel like he pulled out the stops and he showed his true colors and his intention. And if it's taken any other way outside of him showing his serious side, I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Because listen here, you have to at least give this man his props for the effort that he put out.
And not to mention too the fact that he recognized that, and he didn't take that criticism as a curse. He took it as a blessing and did something with it, which it takes some humility, it takes some humbleness, and it takes some mental perspective to understand that. And I'm proud of Patrice for saying it's not that I don't like you, I just want to see that you can handle your ish. Because what do I often say? I've said it before, and I think Gigi knows the quote that I'm about to say, of boys and girls want spontaneity. Men and women want security. It's not that you can't be spontaneous, but they want to see you in your security, and then they'll allow you to be spontaneous. So I think that's all Patrice was wanting. That was it. That was all it could put.
Yeah, and he showed it.
Yeah.
Listen, he gave her exactly what, and it wasn't that he gave her what she wanted. He gave her what she needed because she never had that before. And maybe she didn't realize how much she wanted that or needed that. But seeing that happen, that spontaneity that he just showed and showing that he can actually be romantic, he can be vulnerable, he can be serious, he can be playful. He has so many different elements to him and he's showing it. So I feel like he definitely deserves to be there. He's putting in work. I feel like he's definitely putting in work, and I'm rooting for Alonzo.
Absolutely. And you know what? He seems like a really good dude. And I know that in these ladies' lounges, they say Alonzo just seems like the homie. I'm like, well, do y'all want him to be a damn Mitch? Hell.
Right.
Do y'all want Lamar back? Because I'm sure y'all don't want him back.
No.
So and listen, I'm not upset at the women, but I am upset at the women for this particular reason. He can't be too emotional, so he gotta be tough. He can't be too tough. You want vulnerability. He can't be too much of the friend. You want him to be a man. What the fuck do you want? Good damn.
Right.
Like, seriously. And guess what? I would be the same way if a man said, oh, well, she can't be serious. I would be the same way on man. I'm an equal opportunist call outer, okay? I know call out is not a word, but damn it, I just made it up. But the point is, I think Alonzo gets too much smoke when guess what? Nobody seems to have a problem with him. And it's the circumstances that y'all are bringing him up. Because has he done anything to anybody? Because if Lamar comes back, all of y'all would be pissed. So y'all can shut up talking about Lonzo to me.
Right. Like, listen, if you don't have put some respect on his name for me. I just need a little bit of respect on his name.
That's it.
So the ladies, we're ending up last week. The ladies meet in the lounge. They go over who they like, who they dislike, and they choose that Alonzo and Dominique are going to be in the bottom two. Mm-hmm. Not surprising from the way. It was surprising because I was like, I've been thinking that LaRon should have went. LaRon should have been gone. He should have left. He should have. I thought he should have been in the bottom. Shocked that he wasn't, but it was Alonzo and Dominique. And eventually, Dominique was voted out. He's gone. No more.
Yep.
So that was the end of last week. Now let's go ahead and get into last night's episode.
Oh, this getaway.
Okay.
This getaway. Like I said in the description box, who got away with somebody and who got their feelings caught up? That is the question that we're about to answer here. Let's do it.
Listen. So Tommy told the ladies in last week's lounge that they was going to go on a weekend getaway.
Correct.
And a luxurious weekend getaway at that. Okay?
Yes, indeed.
Because that house is nice.
Know what? If I was on last season's cast, I know you fucking lying. We came into a house with wood interior, and y'all got this modernization going up. What the? You know what? Okay. I see y'all.
And all that nice scenery in the back. Y'all got all that water, jet skis, and okay.
I was so proud nobody was upset with fishing, Gigi. I was so damn proud. Listen,
didn't nobody mention it. I said, you know what? I feel that we're gonna have a good time. I don't see nobody in no raggedy ass house coat with their hair poofed up coming out on the balcony. Talking about bags. You can't go fish. No hope.
No arguments around the grill about sharing a man. Oh my! I mean, my Lord Jesus, no combative behavior. I mean, this episode was really good.
Hold on, wait a minute. LaRon, I feel like has some questionable behavior.
Oh no, not so. Are you saying that brother wasn't giving Grand Marnier energy? Is that what you're saying?
No, you know what?
Look, there was no pudding served at the getaway. You know what?
Yes, there was definitely some pudding served. He ate the pudding.
Listen. Lord help.
But let's go ahead and start because they get to the getaway, and I was loving. Let me tell you, I was loving seeing Patrice in her element driving.
Yes.
She had her Sprinter bus and she was driving. Okay, she was on her way with the crew.
And shout out to production for allowing her to showcase her hustle on camera.
Yes, absolutely. I was thinking that. Listen, with all of the other businesses that they promote, and it's like, y'all can do that. Like, I feel like, come on now, at least do that. Because it would have made no sense for them to rent a van or something and have somebody else driving when that's what she does.
And honestly, tell you the truth, Patrice, if you listening, gorgeous, I know Alonzo is your man, but if he don't work out, Braylon Lee's right here, ready and available. Just saying. But that's neither here nor there. Listen, I'm for black love, but you
Patrice,
also
I'm gonna tell you right now, honey. I hope you can handle it.
Listen, but also
this is my little bro, and I'm gonna tell you. Listen,
I'm a whole blessing and everything in between. But no, go ahead.
No, you are definitely a blessing. Just don't know if. Listen here. Mm-hmm. If I don't think Jill Scott can handle you, I definitely don't think Patrice. Definitely don't think Patrice.
But she likes him younger though. She really does.
She said that. That's what she said.
But I'm gonna give Patrice a professional tip. Patrice, if you were able to get that, talk to Will Packer and OWN to get your production company to be the company for all these other OWN unscripted shows that they making, and get that bag. And OWN, before you say we can't do it, I don't want to hear ish, because all the PAs and staff and crew, y'all, that would be a good look for y'all to invest in a cast member. Guess what? I bet you it's better than Janelle making some of these house arrangements and decorating stuff. Because guess what? Patrice hasn't said that the producers of y'all show are scums of the earth, and and you're my footstool. Oh,
right.
Oh, check out Janelle's Instagram. That receipt's still up. Hey.
And that right there, that was just too much. But we are not going to talk about Janelle's ass on this one because.
But no, I was just saying. I was just using that reference of how she could have used her business acumen to get into OWN's bag, but since she doesn't have the capacity, capability, comprehension, brain cells to do it, I'm gonna give Patrice the bag. Get your transportation company to do some of these shows, and you always have a bag.
There you go.
You're welcome. Just pick me up when I become Nephew Tommy's co-host. Please understand. Thank you. Love you. Let's roll on.
Right. Well, listen, they arrived at the getaway spot. Do you have the slides?
I do. Let me see, because I sent them.
Just so that we can have point of reference and people can actually see what this.
Sure. I just gotta send them over to my messenger. And by the way, Nephew Tommy, I'm just gonna say this right now, bro. Could you not have come up in a better boat?
Dang, no coming for the boat.
No, I mean, listen, like, and listen, I know it was kind of a lake, you know what I mean? But but
yeah, I understand. Could have looked a little bit better, but listen, he still came through in style, though.
No,
you can't tell me
that's the most important part. That's the most important part. And by the way, to Steve Harvey, I just want to ask you a question. You let Cara Farrell do her reality recaps. You can't let Nephew Tommy do Ray to Love recaps on the Steve Harvey Morning Show Monday morning. I'm just asking a question because that's connected to the Oprah Winfrey Network. And that gets Oprah Winfrey Network in the algorithm. That gets Nephew Tommy in the algorithm. That gets Will Packer in the. You know what? Why I keep giving y'all the game for free when y'all got the power? What? You know what? Y'all pissing me off. Damn.
I keep telling you, bro. You can't keep giving it to them, okay? Especially not for free.
I know.
Especially not for free.
I know.
Definitely can't do it. But. Well,
While I get the slides, go right ahead.
That's cool. While you get the slides up, I'll go ahead and talk about the house that they were in, because that was nice.
Yes.
Now, from the seasons that we have been doing this review, I have not seen any of them staying in a house like that, and I don't recall any of them doing a weekend getaway.
No.
Because I know Make a Move, they was in New Orleans and all the ladies was in a house.
Mm-hmm.
But they wasn't all together. Where they were all staying there. And I don't recall it looking as nice.
Yep.
Like that, listen. They've been listening to somebody. Because they are definitely stepping up when it comes to location. And we've talked about this in previous recaps where we've talked about them having one location, them all being under one roof,
Yes,
getting
we
to
have.
know each other, waking up, knowing if you like just, the smell of each other's breath or how, each person is. We've talked about this
Yes, we have.
last season and the season before that.
And if they could do it for this, they could definitely do it for the damn season. I don't want to hear nothing.
Right.
No excuses now.
Right. And it's crazy that now we're seeing that. And if you want to, anybody, you guys can go back through the videos where we've done the recaps and we've talked about this, saying, hey, this is what you guys should do. And it seems like somebody's listening.
At this point, we just need to be the official after show Friday nights at 9/8 Central, live only on only here. # on keeping it real at this damn point.
Absolutely. Because like you said, we've had cast members come up on the panel.
Absolutely.
We've had them be in the chat. We've done one-on-one interviews with them.
Yes. This is not to say that we deserve it because we exist. We're saying we deserve it because we actually put in the work. We actually watch the show. And that's the house right there, y'all. Nice house.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice
nice house.
They did their thing on this. They really did.
They definitely did. So let's move on to Vanessa, because Vanessa has Chaz as her main person.
Yes.
Huh?
Her top connection, yes.
Yeah. Chaz was her top. So last week it was Dominique and Chaz that went out on the date with her that she was saying was her top connection. And since Dominique's gone, all she has is Chaz. But it seemed that as soon as they got to the house, Chaz was connecting with all of the other women. He really wasn't giving any attention to Vanessa.
Child, it was a Chaz collision, if you ask me. But go ahead.
Listen, head on. Because all of them was flocking to him. I'm telling you, he must have had on some attracting cologne or something. I don't know. Like there was something on him that was attracting them. Like,
and you know what's funny to reference last season for a second? Remember how everybody said that Quinn really didn't get the time of day? This is the complete opposite. Because Chaz does now, even though it was a Chaz collision, at least it was a collision with somebody that actually had a personality. It wasn't just one woman on him, unlike somebody.
Right, looking like his long lost auntie.
Exactly. But
like, yeah, Chaz definitely.
You know how Yala Van says, "Y'all come into these bosoms." that didn't happen with this. That didn't happen with this. It wasn't Auntie say, now you caught your fish. Now come into these bosoms. It's okay. I know. It was hard fishing out there, wasn't it? It wasn't none of that. These were grown. It was the grown people on this trip. Real
Absolutely. And it was heating up. Listen, it was Rashina, Patrice, Mika, everybody was on him. Only one I really didn't see him talk to was Mya and Vanessa. And he could tell that, Vanessa was feeling some type of way. But Tommy shows up while they're, kind of all after everybody found their room and was mingling a bit. Tommy shows up.
Yes, he does.
And this is when he tells them that, again, this week, this is the curveball he threw. The women still have the power this week of elimination.
Yep.
2 weeks in a row, the women have had the power of elimination. And I was shocked. I was like, wait, what?
Yep. Okay.
What do you think about that? Like that curveball right there.
You know what? I actually liked it because I think that, this, because it was the men bringing their friends, right?
Right.
Okay. To me,
the men bring it. What do you mean?
like last week's episode.
No, remember the week before is when the men brought their friends.
No, that's what I'm saying. So literally the last episode, last Friday, was the men, right? It was the men bringing their friends, right?
Okay, so the last episode was the women's exes. Previously, before that, was the men and their friends.
Gotcha. Okay, so thank you. Out of my rambling comes greatness. Just give me time, y'all. So because the women brought their exes, and because, those exes really got to talk to the men and the men got to talk to them, I think that was a great move, because guess what? Now, after the exes, I have the power to keep you or not. So are you going to listen to what my ex said, or are you going to listen to what I have said? Mm-hmm. That was a great position. Now, I don't know if the production team, if that was their logic, but Gigi, us being media people that we are, we can dissect a move like that and say the quiet part out loud, because production's not going to say that. But oh no, we just believe in women empowerment, and we just felt like the women should have a voice in this show. Okay, that's cute, and I can put together a smiley face on the light bright. That doesn't mean it's news. Okay, listen, but that was a great executed move. Great move.
Yeah, I liked it too. And when it comes to that elimination, it makes me think, because last week when the women eliminated Dominique, it was after they met with the exes. And that was something that they had talked about in the lounge, was how the exes felt about, which person, and, how they felt about them after, what their exes said. So it's like, I feel like that week was placed for the ex elimination. Correct. This week, however, it's in the middle, because it's for the full weekend. It's 2 parts, and the first part is elimination, and then the second part is another elimination. So you got 2 eliminations within this weekend instead of the normal one. And it's not like after everybody's been, they went out on dates, they've had their one-on-one. No, this is like, no, you're all in the house together. Now we're really getting rid of people. Like, and I don't know, for some reason, a part of me is feeling like they are trying to get LaRon out. Like, production is like, hey, we're going to have another elimination, and we're going to do it like this. Like, I don't know. It just seems weird to me how they're doing the elimination, but I like it though, because I don't know what's going to happen, because it is a curveball, and it's like, damn, okay, now I really have to pay attention. I really got to see what's going to happen, what's going on, because I don't know.
Exactly right.
Like, and I feel like maybe that's how Tommy wanted it for them too. Like, oh, no, I'm about to put you on your toes, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know when. See, everybody's so used to being eliminated at the end of the process. But no, we're going to cut this, and we're going to eliminate somebody in the middle and at the end.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Absolutely agree.
Tommy be knowing what he's doing with them curveballs.
Yes, he does.
Before we go on, you guys, make sure that you like, share, subscribe to both of our channels. Subscribe to Braylon Lee. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Queen's Tea with Gigi Nan. Make sure you share it. And of course, every Saturday, 12 noon, Pacific time, which I'm in Cali, 3 your time?
Yes.
So make sure you catch us on Saturdays, where we do the review with the rest of our crew. Dr. Ucha, Talk with Solana. Make sure you go subscribe to her channel as well. And also Q.
No, absolutely. And by the way, can we just talk about NECA for a second? When NECA and Chaz was in the bed and holding hands, and Vanessa saw that, I'm like, oh, y'all are so damn messy. Oh, y'all are so damn
Listen,
messy.
When it came to the mess of Chaz, Chaz's mess was... it was just he couldn't turn around. He could, literally everywhere he turned, there was a woman on him.
This was worse than Lee asking Quinn to come see her, and he never did it.
And he didn't.
This was in front of Vanessa's damn face.
Right in her face.
Oh, my Lord.
And what's so messed up is he put his hand out for Mika to fit her hand in.
And it was
he got comfortable on the bed.
It was a grip to the hand. You understand? It wasn't
right.
It was no just just a friend hole. No, it was a grip. Okay.
Right. That was so messy. Oh shit!
So
that was so messy. Like beyond messy.
Listen.
Like, it made me wonder, was that his way of kind of getting away from Vanessa? Was he trying to kind of like weigh his options? Because maybe he feels like, hey, I've put my eggs in one basket and maybe I need to go ahead and, see what's going on. Because he kind of alluded to that and kind of said it when he was, talking to, I think it was Patrice he was talking to, or it was either her or Rashina. But he opened himself up a whole lot to everyone else and kind of closed himself off to Vanessa. So I really kind of wonder what that was about.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I feel you on that, because I feel like with this show, I mean, it's a circumstance where you have, and most of the people on this show are very attractive, right? To have that much testosterone and pheromones, right, around you, personified with so many different personalities and the different shades, the different emotionality and the different capacities of what it is to be black. I mean, I would have a black hangover my damn self. Wait, there's thickness in every color. Look, God help me.
Braylon, we would have had to throw you in the water several times. Cool off. No, get back and cool off.
Now, I need Patrice's peaches juice to cool me off, okay? This water ain't working.
No, Braylon, don't go. She's playing volleyball.
Well, I would like to be tossed up in the air from time to time, or I would like to be something tossed up and down, like a volleyball on to me. Listen.
No, gotta keep you in that.
And things will be catching. I'm not talking about in the net. Lord help. Let's just
see. Gotta move forward. Let's just move forward. Because it would. Braylon, you on the show?
See, listen. This is why this is what I have to worry about in my career, because my damn mouth. And if y'all go back and watch our shows, everyone has their role. Ucha, it brings the culture. Gigi is the homegirl around the way. Q is that grounded soul as a dad and, doing more manhood things. And then I come in with my humor. Now, could you imagine my comeback mouth on just being that quick with comebacks? Like, come on now. Like, they wouldn't know what to do. They just would not know what to do. By the way, y'all, nephew Tommy just entered the chat, and he was so proud of Patrice's peaches as a line out of my mouth. He was just, Bray, what's good, man? I'm proud of y'all.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness gracious.
I mean, and listen, Steve Harvey knows a little something about yachts. You couldn't call Unc just to at least bring one of his yachts, over to the Fort Worth, just because it. You know what this reminds me of? That line from Meet the Robinsons. It was a 2007 Disney movie. If you hadn't seen it, it's one of the greatest films of all time. I have a big head and tiny arms. I'm just not sure if I fought this through, master. Because usually when you do that type of position on a boat, it's usually kind of a yacht type pose. You know what I mean? I just felt what it is, y'all. Now, if I was, hey, Tommy, you saying what it is, but what is it with you? Because there ain't much for you to actually showcase, bro. I mean, your hand went from this to that. Like, what's going on? Now, of course, Deafy Tommy, a comedian, would have roasted my behind, and rightfully so, because I picked that. You understand? But I just thought this was, because doesn't it look like he's small on the boat, though? And I say this with love, Tommy, because you are a good host. I
Not
say that
small on the boat.
So is that a yacht that he's pulling up in GG or no?
It's a boat. It's a boat. Now that you little yachty gets a boat.
Let's roll on. What else we got? I can't do this.
Listen. Okay, so listen, we're gonna move on because we know Chaz is the man and he was, doing his thing. Now we're gonna skip past a few things because they wasn't doing nothing, playing volleyball, on the skis and on the inner tube, they was having fun. But I do want to get to this whole LaRon calling a meeting. So it started with Alonzo and LaRon talking about, not wanting there to be any confusion and not wanting to have any problems.
Correct.
And they decided they was just going to call a meeting with everyone. So LaRon has everyone meet in the living room. And when I say that this man stirred up so much mess. It made no fucking sense. First off, he wanted to which this I actually, agreed with. One, if you there's no being salty if you see your connection talking to other people. Like if your connection is going off and trying to have a good time or, trying to get to know other people, you can't be salty because nobody in there is married. Nobody in there is claiming anybody. So everybody is free game.
That part.
There should be no, ill feelings towards the next person. There shouldn't be any problems, any attitudes, none of that. Because there has been. But he couldn't leave it there. He had to keep going. He couldn't stop. Because he's still in his fucking feelings. Pardon my French. He's still in his feelings about the whole Koshia shit. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like that was truly his connection. That's who he really wanted, was Koshia. Because he's steady talking about what happened between April and Will and that whole alliance, and then feeling like basically they were in cahoots to try to get Mika and Koshia out. Absolutely. Well, with that being the problem, a couple weeks ago in the men's lounge, that was the problem that he brought up then, and that's why April's gone, because he had to get her out. Or what's Alexis? Not April, Alexis.
It was Alexis, yes.
But now he brings up that it wasn't just Will and Alexis, but it was also William and Dominique.
Right.
And he's yelling about it and steady talking about the screenshots and text messages that he has. And my question is, doesn't that make him just as shady as the people that he's saying?
That's why I was thinking.
That he's saying is all shady and scam or snakes, and you're doing the same thing.
And honestly, tell you the truth, I really felt bad for William in this, because Mya had her mind changed of her, and her and William definitely do have a connection for sure. And I feel that was so underhanded, because then all of a sudden LaRon liked Mya. You know what I mean? And it just wasn't cool. You know what I mean? And honestly, see, this is why sometimes you may need a Braylon, or you may need a Gigi, or you may need somebody who can give that oomph in the show. Now, wait one damn minute, everybody. Wait 1 minute. So, LaRon, you said that you have the messages, right? Yeah, I have the messages. Can you say that again? Yeah, I have the messages. Okay, everybody. So, even though William is in this, why do you have the messages? But this ain't about me. No. That's not how that works. No. You have the messages, you fool. So this goes back to you. Is anybody in this house connected to LaRon? Does anybody have a connection with LaRon? Raise your hand. William, do you have a connection? Yes. Mya, do you have a connection? Yes. You got anything to say now? Bro, we can take this outside. Oh, now you want to take it outside. You want to take some ish outside because you being a Nicki Minaj. I was a Megan Thee Stallion. You was making laws on your ass. That's exactly what. See. Okay, roll on, Gigi, because
because and that's exactly how I feel too. Because it's like, wait a second. First off, this is not the first time you said this. You've been going on for weeks about this same shit, weeks. When are you going to grow up and leave that shit alone? And it's so crazy because if you remember in this episode when they were talking about when Tommy came and said that the women had the power of elimination again, he was like, oh man, I haven't even been really on it. I need to get on it because I haven't been making no connections. So that was your way, stir up shit, throw William under the bus. Dominique's already out, throw William under the bus. So then it's you where you look like you're the Captain Saver. You're the, oh my God, he's looking out for us. And he said this and he said that. How do y'all not see that that's snakish? Because just like you said, he has the messages in his phone. You're the one who's bringing this up. Why? Because that was your way of snaking your way and slithering closer to Mya. If you can get William out of place, put Mya in there, you can go back to that being your connection because y'all felt connected at the very beginning. But because you have no connection anymore because Coach G is gone, what are you going to do?
Correct.
You're going to do snake shit. And you're doing exactly the same thing, if not worse, than what you said Alexis and Will did. Because what was the point? What was the point in you actually bringing that up right now?
Right.
It made no sense.
I agree with you.
It just boggled my mind.
No sign.
And then after that, everybody gets up, they leave. William does try to go to Mya and talk to her about what was said and basically puts, himself in it and let it be known hey, things were taken out of, perspective. That's not what happened.
Correct.
So
and also too, the fact that he said, I've been talking to you about this. I've been transparent about this. And I'm glad that they left that in there so he can actually advocate for himself. And now it's on Mya at that point. Are you going to believe somebody that just all of a sudden wanted to like you? Or are you going to believe in somebody that you've actually been investing in? Now, I know that, LaRon and Mya went on that date with that friend and stuff, but really to me, if you, as a man, think if so is he, right? If people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And even though he says that he, parties Wednesday through Sunday, and Mya said that's okay, it's if you're okay with that, are you going to be okay if he keeps doing this behavior in your actual life? Now, that's not shading him, right? Because if you single, you grown, right? You do what you want to do, but you have to have the mindset and the space and the mental fortitude to want a person in your life. And not to mention, on top of all that, then I'll land with this. If he's this upset about this, imagine what he's like in an argument.
Yeah, right.
Real talk.
So
that's
right.
No shade. But for you to be this upset about something that is not going to really matter, because guess what? Season 10 is coming. And there will be something new to talk about. But you're so mad at something that doesn't matter. How are you going to be when something needs to matter?
Right. when something is really serious, like how are you really going to take things? Because like like I said, I just don't get it. He irks me. I'm sorry, I don't like LaRon. Like, this has been weeks on weeks of you bringing this up. First, Will had to go. Will's gone. Alexis has to go because she got had, taken away and da 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 da. So she's got to go. I mean, he's got to go. So now, or Alexis got to go. So she's gone. Okay, you kicked her out. Wasn't ready to love. But now you're bringing it up again. And like I said, it's only to get closer to Mya because he didn't have a connection. After Tommy told everybody that the women still had power, he got shook. He got shook. And the only thing he could do was, oh shit, let me do what I do best, which is basically stir up mess.
That part.
But yeah, moving on, because not much really happened after much. So they were all having a good time. Justin and Mika got on the jet skis and was having a good time. They actually look cute together. They look really cute.
And not to mention, listen, Justin is my man. Listen, he said, listen, I've been wanting to get that. Thank God I got that caboose on that jet ski.
Right. He understood the assignment.
Listen, real men love thick women. Understand? He did not have to say that on camera. I'm just saying. Okay.
Listen, he was just letting it be known that he is an admirer. Okay.
Amen.
He fancies her fancy.
No, absolutely. And the reason why I bring this up is because, it's a running joke with me about how much I love thick women. But listen, we all grown. We all see it. And the crazy thing to me is, and this is kind of a sidebar, but also in the bar with this, is that when, men or social media says, well, why is she dressed like that? Y'all, she can't help that she was chosen by God and y'all weren't. If she puts on a dress, whether she's covered up in an all blue dress or all burgundy dress, don't matter the color. The shape is the shape. Good day.
Listen, she's filling out everywhere, okay? Just let her.
That's what dress is supposed to do. Hell.
Right, let her do her while it's doing, okay?
And your job is to undress it if you know what you're doing. But that's neither here nor there. Let's roll on.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
But listen, we gonna go to LaRon's sneaky ass, because guess what? While they was out there, Mya decided she was gonna make some rotel, which shit sounds good as hell to me. I'm pescatarian, so I don't eat beef. But I mean, still, I like me some chips and cheese. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Huh? You know what? There's okay. Moving on. I guess if you ask my husband, he'd say something different, but we're not talking about that right now.
I love this damn show. Go ahead, Gigi. Go ahead.
But anyway, Mya's making rotel. And that is the time for LaRon to slip his ass in there. Yes. Because of course they get to talking, and after what he brought up about William, she feels different about William. She's not really even feeling a connection with him. But now LaRon is looking better to her. He's looking more appealing and more like a contender than anything now. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And they're in the kitchen talking about their wants. And yes. No surprise, LaRon says that he's never really been around anybody who's had kids. Nobody he really knows has kids. Until he came into the process, that's when he met people that had kids. But he prefers to not, to be with somebody who doesn't have kids. And Mya's the same way. She doesn't have kids. She's young, but she wants kids. So they connect on that. They connect on the fact that they want to have fun and, live life and, different things like that.
Right.
So
it was the point for me, not to cut you off, but it was the point for me when he said, how many kids you want? And she was like, I want 2 boys. Me too. Dude, you said you would choke slam Necca's kids to the ground.
Right.
Dude, Really? Did you forget that or no?
Yeah.
Child.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, okay, are you saying this just because you want her and this is your way of feeling like this is how you're gonna get her? Or is this really what you want? And just because he said he was gonna slam Mika's kids, it could have been the fact that because her kids are teenagers and bigger, you know what I'm saying? And he felt like as a stepdad, that would be kind of what the role would be. But with his own kids, it'd probably be a little bit different because, you know, you see them from birth, you grow up with them differently, so you can raise them differently and you instill in them what it is and how kind of like they act. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So it might be just like a little bit different for him, but still, I don't know. I don't see it.
That was off-putting me. Be like,
yeah,
oh, I want 2 boys. Me too. Just to agree. That's what it seemed like to me. Now I could be wrong, but he was a little too. He was a little too quick to play patty cake and agree with that to me.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely agree. That's what I said. He's snaking his way into a position because he had none. He didn't have one because he hasn't made no connections. He's more so the homeboy, the one that's, you know, hey, if I do want a friend to go out with, I know that it's you. Like,
correct.
That's good. But other than that, there is really no connection that I've seen him with. But, you know, now he's got Mya. So, past him and Mya, you've seen Patrice and Chaz talking. And that's when she says that she put herself in it with Chaz now because she likes Chaz. Everybody likes Chaz. So now Chaz has another one. Alonzo and Patrice were in the kitchen cooking. Like, there was a whole lot of just like stuff going on in the background that really, I mean, that's why I said this episode, like, there was only certain parts that was like good and like, right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? The rest of it was just like time placement. Right. Clips here and there of a little dialogue, you know, sitting down, not really having full conversations about things, or, you know, you see just like glimpses of them jumping in the water, doing backflips on the jet skis, you know. That's basically what this episode was. I feel like they had more fillers in it because they only had like a few good parts.
Right.
Now, I will ask you this. What did you feel about the part with Alonzo sitting down with Vanessa?
Alonzo sitting down with...
So they were sitting down and basically Alonzo was... basically saying like, hey, I can be serious, and, you know, people basically mistake him for just being, you know, funny and not having any real seriousness to him. And, you know, Vanessa basically, she's standoffish just because I feel like she's still in her feelings about the whole Chaz situation.
Right. No, for sure. And you know what, to be honest with you, what I feel about that is, why explain yourself to someone who doesn't have the soul to take you in? That's just time wasting to me. And not to mention too, like, at some point in time, you do have to, in order to receive what you want, you have to give out that energy, the hashtag, the law of attraction. And I feel, and like I said about Alonzo, I feel like they're playing his Uno card too damn much, because it's like, that's all y'all can say about that he can't be serious. You ain't showing no personality.
Right. Show that you can be more than just serious.
Right. Because it's like anytime, because like, for example, I'm only going to give what I give to somebody that gives to me. So if I see your disposition is, you know, kind of standoffish, then I'm gonna be standoffish. If you're open, I'm open. Now that doesn't mean I don't have an independent mind, but I'm not going to go to a part that doesn't sound inviting to me. It's just like if somebody says, well, you know, so and so. Wait, you said so and so is gonna be there? Yeah, so and so. But nope, that's okay. I'm good. But I'm gonna be there. I love you. I don't want to deal with them. I'll send over 5 bottles of champagne to help out the party. So if you're not inviting, why should I care about your invitation?
Right. It's all right. Or, I mean, just the fact of why am I going to explain something to someone that I can clearly see is not even trying to listen or understand what it is that I'm saying. Because you could see in her face that she was not paying attention. She wasn't there. She could care less. That was not where she wanted to be. So her attention was not there. Right. You're talking to a wall. And it goes right into what you said. That's a waste of time.
Right.
It's simply a waste of time.
I think Sierra could have been good on this season. Well, I mean, we got this. I mean, listen, Sierra. Yeah, I can see. Sierra had more of a personality like Lonzo, but we just didn't see that. You know what I mean? So I think she could have been good on this season, but in the same token, like you don't want to you don't want to add too many old people to the mix because it disturbs the new mix. But I was just saying that in reference to Alonzo not being serious and stuff. Like Sierra was told that she was the homie, so like it's a trend.
Yeah. Now let's go to another part that I found kind of cringe too. Again, going to LaRon and Mya, but when they were in the kitchen, and LaRon basically had her up against the fridge, letting her know, like, "Hey, I like you. Let's just be together. Let it just be us. It's just me and you." And like he had her cornered. And every time you looked at the camera angle, he had his arm up against like the wall, like, and she just looked like she just wanted to run, but she could not move.
And she was soft, and not she, but LaRon was sauced. Okay, listen. Say what you want to know. He was sauced. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely, he was.
His stare into her was like, you know, the Bill Cosby put him pop arm with the eye roll up, with the eyes going up. He looked so out of it. Like, dude. Like if I was a dude in that, like I said, if I was the conduit, if I was nephew Tommy's, you know, eyes and ears inside of it. Hey, LaRon, come here. No, I'm talking. I don't care that you're talking to her. Get your ass over here. You are out of it. No, I'm not. I'm fine. What's my name? Raylon. Give me this damn margarita. Take your ass on.
You didn't have 7 of these bitches.
Right. You okay, Mya? I was really enjoying it. Okay, now you shut up. You did not enjoy that conversation.
Right. Well, I've seen it in your eyes. I've seen help me. You blinked 4 times. I've seen you.
That part. Well, I'm not enjoying this conversation because you yell at me. Oh, don't use the fact of me yelling at you as a problem, but you throw away William as a problem. Get the hell out my damn face. You too. Hell. Then the camera zooming in on me. Okay, and camera crew, you want some too? Okay, I'm going to leave Braylon.
Right, zoom out.
He talked to the damn camera. Shit. Oh, go ahead, Gigi. I can't. But he really
He was definitely sauced. You could tell. But she just looked like she was just in distress and just needed a way out. And every way you turned, he was right there on her. Like, I'm sorry. To me, he should have been gone a long time ago. Okay? Long time ago. So, we're going to talk about Rashina and Chaz, and then we're going to end it out. If you're cool with that.
Sure.
But, Rashina and Chaz. Ooh, it got spicy, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I mean,
he ate that strawberry. He ate that strawberry out the chest first.
Woo,
then told her to put the strawberry in her mouth, and he was going to eat it out, and he did.
And she was not rejected, Eve.
She did not reject it at all.
And let me tell you something. When Chaz said that I was tempted and Eve was there, let me tell you something. Rashina is a slow burn. You understand? She's a slow burn because when they were all outside partying, and by the way, shout out to Alonzo for doing what he did in that towel and keeping it together. He did his thing. Okay, listen. It took some confidence to do that. But when Rashida did that little side twerk and the frizzles was frizzing, let me tell you something. That slow burn could have got for me that night. Listen, this strawberry ain't gonna be the only thing in my mouth tonight. I'll holler at y'all later. That's exactly what I would say if I was Chad. Screw all y'all.
Listen, he looked like he wanted more. He was ready for it. He would have picked strawberries everywhere if he could have. Okay, I am not mad at it. Okay, listen here, Rashina, do your thing.
And not to mention, she is a beautiful looking woman. I know she's not. I know we haven't talked about her a lot, but she doesn't really cause too many problems, and she stands 10 toes down on who she is, and she moves accordingly. But she got wifey vibes too. She's got that home. She's got that homegirl soul that's a plus. You know what I mean? And I know the reason why Gigi wasn't laughing at what I said about, strawberries not gonna be the only thing in my mouth. Because Gigi knows I would say that out loud on camera and not get too damn about.
Absolutely. And see, that's why it'd have to be in the contract what you couldn't say, but then there wouldn't be a contract anyway.
Right. There would be a damn show because at some point in time, and for those of you who may not know, so the camera crew is behind the scenes, so all the lights and stuff, they go to the house very early in the morning, set up. There's so much behind the scenes of media that y'all don't know. And so there's this thing called Video Village where the producers are, right? So let's just say that they were in another house and they got the production team over there and all that type of stuff. And they have these things called the dailies where they send them to the executive producers and all that type of stuff before it gets to us, the final product. If they looked at the days and they would have been like, hang on. Hey, Braylon, yeah, we know we said you couldn't say anything, but these dailies are sucking.
Right.
You ain't said nothing but word. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. Braylon's going to shut down the show, so we might not have the show, but the show is dry as hell. So just get the cameras ready. Just get them ready. So.
And that's exactly how it be. Now we got to do something. Bring it back. Fuck it. Rip up that contract. Let's drop another one.
Yeah, that's it. That's all kaput. Oh, my Lord.
That's exactly how it would be. But yeah, Chaz definitely has made his rounds.
Yes,
and it brings us to elimination because the women had to talk about who they liked and disliked. And it shows that 4 out of the 5 women are very much so into Chaz.
Yes.
And it started to become maybe a little, problem because Rashina let it be known like, hey, maybe we need to figure this out because if he's got 4 women who are, trying to be with him and he's equally giving time, he's equally, able to spread himself without causing any problems, we need to think about this. And that's what Rashina, that's how she felt. She felt like, hey.
Absolutely. And not to mention, too, the good morning text that they got the same text message.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, it would, and like you so articulately say it, as you often do, Gigi, Rashina was the one who pointed that out. None of the others.
Yeah.
None of the others. And then Patrice, when she said, well, I added myself to the mix, too. And at the elimination ceremony, and I know, you know what? I'll let you get to who was up for elimination, and then I'll say that point about what Nephew Tommy said. Go right ahead.
Well, with everything going on, we had 3 down in elimination.
Yes.
So there was William, there was LaRon, Alonzo, and William was out there, right?
Yeah, and then right after that, Nephew Tommy, and I don't know, and this show has almost been on for 10 seasons, y'all, which, by the way, 10 seasons on any network on TV is a huge accomplishment. but also too, just in black television is a huge deal, and they already made it past 100 episodes. So, and I know Nephew Tommy doesn't get the credit that he deserves in the media game, but he deserves to hang his hat on being a host for 10 damn seasons on the show. Real talk. And when that was happening with the elimination, Nephew Tommy said, "I see you, Chaz. I got my eye on you." I was like, I don't know if Chaz really knows what that means, because even and I can't blame hosts too much, because for those of you who don't know, hosts are kind of a conductor, kind of a stage manager on reality TV shows or on music or competitions. Their job is to keep the show moving, but they also have the power to dictate the melody and the rhythm and the notes of the show. And so when that happened, I think Chaz needs to pay attention, because I'm not saying that there's going to be a curveball to come to Chaz, but you know what? If I was a producer, a curveball I would throw is, all right, Chaz, you're going to go on a date. But I'm not going to tell you what the date is. You know what I would do, Gigi? I would do a quadruple date. Chaz, Patrice, Mya, let's see. Then it was Rashina, and then NECA. I would do a quadruple date. I wouldn't tell Chaz nothing. Oh, hey, Patrice, how you doing? I'm doing good. NECA, you here too? Okay, so it's a 2-on-1 date. That's cool. Then there's
wait
Rashina.
a minute.
Rashina, you're here. And Patrice. Oh, damn. And I'm just in Video Village right along with you, just watching. Chaz is like, can y'all give me one more break? What the fuck wrong with you? You think I did this shit? We followed the story, Chaz. It was a Chaz collision. It was a Chaz collision. And we just thought to bring it to the surface. Go back on your quadruple date. Look, you're the first black man that got 4 beautiful black women on a date. You really shouldn't be complaining too damn much, because we paying for the damn food and drinks. Go right ahead and go back to your date.
Go back to your date.
Listen.
Y'all chill out, have a good time. We'll see y'all after.
That's it. Will Packer just like, you are so damn messy. I'm like, I'm damn messy. He's the one who got 4 connections. I'm just doing what you told me to do. Well, I can't be too mad at you, right? You are doing your job. But good. Do you have to do it? Do you want to get to season 10? You're right. I need that check. Thank you so much. Let me and Gigi do our jobs, okay? Hell.
Right. Listen. They just don't even understand. Y'all.
It would be a completely different show with me and Gigi.
Just wait till I produce the show. Just wait. It's coming. Just wait. We're gonna see a difference. Okay? You're gonna see a difference. Especially in black reality TV. Because I'm not gonna do the same shit in black reality TV this bullshit here now. We're gonna see something else. I'm about to show you how we're going to build a new Black Wall Street.
No, absolutely.
Several of them. How we can go ahead and get our land back.
Amen.
Do y'all think that we don't have 40 acres in a mill? We do. You just gotta know how to get it.
No, absolutely do. Now to Nephew Tommy and the crew, if y'all do that scene next, I'm gonna be pissed the hell off. Now I know y'all already taped the show, but at some point in time, y'all are listening. Okay? Y'all are listening. Some producer is listening to our show at this point. And I don't we don't have time for social media. Y'all got downtime. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, because every producer is not on every scene in that show. Don't play with me.
Right. Don't even. But yeah. So with them 3 being an elimination, nobody got eliminated. I mean, at least that we see. But from the previews,
yes,
it seems that Chaz has developed some issue, and maybe it becomes too overwhelming for him to have so many women who like him and want his attention, and him basically having to fight himself for, basically keeping it together with one woman. Like he's got to fight against urges to want to get to know other women so that they're not all jealous or making them mad. And it could definitely be overwhelming. I can understand that. But it looks like that he becomes too overwhelmed, and we see him leave and pack his bags and start heading out the door.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think happened there? And do you think he's actually going to leave?
You know, I think what probably happened was someone, because here's the thing, right? Like, we don't know who's eliminated, right?
Right.
So we do know that Chaz is still in the mix, as we saw from the preview. I think that after that women's lounge or that ladies' lounge, I think personally, one of them had a conversation with Chaz and held him to the fire.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think, because, I mean, we've already had a twerkerization situation going on that was uncomfortable, right? So, you know, of course, we know that they could play games, but it had to be something very materialized, because even with Rashina, she had a conversation where she's like, I'm direct. I'm straight to the point. There's no other person that could be talking about but Chaz.
Right.
So
and we've seen where Vanessa was sitting down with Chaz and talking to him.
Yeah.
So could it have been something she said?
It could have been something, but like, I mean, at this point, Vanessa, and I hate to say this, but you have to give energy as well for you to be cared for.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like if that's the conversation that's happening now, it seems like it's almost like, okay, I'm gonna put down a wild card and I'm gonna say a color that I don't have. When the point of the wild card is you say a color that you do have to get yourself out the game. So it seems like this is going to be a very Chaz-based episode, at least for maybe the first 20 minutes next week.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to become too much. And you got to do what's best for you. I feel that, you know, I feel like it's time for him to, and for all of them, not just him, but you got to do what's best for you mentally, emotionally, you know, and physically. And if you're feeling that it becomes too overwhelming or it's too much, or, you know, you can't handle more than one person liking you at a time. See, it's different when more than one person likes you and you don't know about them all. Exactly. But when they're right in front of your face and you're having to juggle them, it's definitely going to become too much. And I feel like if he makes the decision to leave, he's doing what he feels is best.
Absolutely.
Now, I hope he talks to Tommy first.
Right.
And get some, you know, insight from a married man. A wise man, because Tommy's very wise. So I hope that he, you know, takes some time and talks it out first before actually leaving. I feel like he deserves that. Because he seems like a good guy.
No, he is. And you know what? I am proud of him for the fact of him recognizing that. He even said, you know, this is a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because to be in that experience and not recognize that is very easy to do. But I'm glad that he did recognize that. Like, listen, I'm getting all these connections, but it's overwhelming for me too.
Right.
But also too, I feel like it's overwhelming, but you're playing into the overwhelmingization of it all. You know what I mean? So you are causing it. So it's definitely going to be interesting. And child, this reunion is about to be hot. Oh my Lord, Jesus!
I'm ready for it.
Listen, you know how they had the they had the Ready to Love Make a Move with the host and Tamika Ray, who, by the way, Tamika Ray is a damn legend in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And she deserves more gigs than she's getting. Let me just say that right damn now. I do think that format kind of works a lot better, because in that Ready to Love Make a Move reunion, Tamika Ray was actually able to bring some calm, some sensitivity, and she also pushed where she needed to.
Yeah.
And
True.
it's difficult to do that and still respect the host. And I think for this season, I think maybe for future seasons of Ready to Love, maybe there should be a reunion host and Nephew Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nephew Tommy is
Mm-hmm.
still going to be the host. Let's not get that twisted. He has carte blanche to say whatever he wants within the reasonings of the show. But having that reunion host, oh, okay, Nephew Tommy, now you said that, but let's dig into that a little bit deeper, because when I saw the episode, there was something off about that. So, LaRon, why were you big man when you had the receipts? Well, I thought we moved on. No. Nephew Tommy is the host of Ready to Love, but I'm the reunion host of this show. Now, answer the damn question. And with reunion shows, it's not easy to find a balance where it's a great reunion, because every reunion has quarterback Monday notes. But I think for future season of Ready to Love, I think that format of the host and reunion host is actually good for the show, because it at least holds the cast accountable. And not to mention, Nephew Tommy doesn't have to worry about going too hard on his cast. Because even though he just shows up for what he does, it's almost season 10. You can't do the show for 10 seasons and not feel some type of emotions for the people that you're engaging with in the show. You just can't do it if you're a good host.
Right. That's so true. That's very true. And I do think that if they had, a host and a reunion host, yeah, absolutely would work. You as the reunion host? Oh, hell. Oh, they're not ready. They're not ready.
Oh, my Lord. Let me tell you something. If that actually happened, first of all, do you not know the virtual tour live that I would be doing? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, y'all.
The world is not ready.
But either way, we're live on tour, so listen, I'm backstage right now at this damn reunion. We're taping it. Yup, the heat. And yes, the heat is happening because of me. Why would you ask such an ignorant question? But the heat that is being created, child, we in hour 8 of taping part 1. We got 3 parts. So we got, let me see what 12 plus 12 is. Let me see. Hang on. Let me do some calculation here. So let's see. 12 plus 12 plus 12. Y'all, we are going to be in the middle of a 36-hour production day. 12 hours for part 1, 12 hours for part 2, and 12 hours for part 3. Y'all, I can't stay long. They said I have about, 2 hours and 40-minute break to do this. So I'm going to do this virtual tour live with y'all, and I can't give nothing away as much as I want to. But Patrice and me might have a connection. Allegedly. LaRon is big mad at me. Y'all find out why. You know I will be activating this channel to the fullest. It will be streaming on my channel and Own's channel. You know the marketing genius I am. Oh, it would be
absolutely
game over if I was a reunion host. It would be a whole different show if I was sitting next to Nephew Tommy. Whole different show.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, the world would not. I don't know if they'd be ready for a Brave and Mya hosting.
No.
Reunion host? Ready to Love reunion? What?
Listen. And not to mention too, me coming back on our review show. So Braylon, how's it going? Y'all know how it's going. Braylon, let me guess. We're gonna have to defend you for a lot of things, aren't we? Yeah, you probably are. Shit. You just couldn't do your job and just be normal. You finally made it, and you can't be normal. Okay. All right. And listen, I know Ucha would be like, no, I'm not reviewing this for you. No. I saw it. He dragged Janelle. He dragged Combat Coffee. He did. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I am not doing this. I had to watch the reunion, and now he's on, and he's been a part. No, I'm not doing this. No, because now he's got carte blanche to be our lead for the show. Because he did. No, I'm not doing this shit.
No, she definitely would do it. I think she would crack up and laugh a whole lot more then.
Oh, I know she would. Because here and this is the behind the scenes of us. We're just chilling out at this point. But when I said to Gigi, because Gigi invited me to the panel and we started to form our connection. And the first couple of seasons where I would do these jokes and add the humor, when Ucha says, "Come on, guys," it would be like, "Really, guys?" But now she says, "Come on, guys." Now she's trying not to laugh as the host because she wants to get into it, but she has to be kind of the cultural barometer of the show. So now it works out really, really well. But I know it will be up another level because it's like, okay, this was funny when he didn't have any power, but now he actually has power. So now, like, how do I navigate this? Because he's already like this on our show. Now the whole world is it. So now I got to deal with the world and him. This is a lot.
Right. This is a whole lot. Okay. It's a lot going on.
At this point, I feel like she would make a "come on, guys" hoodie. I'm like, Ucha, why are you wearing that? Because I don't want to say it too much. Because if I say this too much, there's not going to be a reunion. Because Braylon, you know your mouth. And what's that supposed to mean? I am sad and offended and disgusted by your behavior. Been doing this after show for 3 years now, and you're going to have the Black Jassy, Black Proxy, and Black Imagination to say that to me. Hey,
right.
I have a job to do, just like you. Don't play with it.
How did you say that to me? But yeah, I think y'all that is all for this episode of Ready to Love. We took y'all back from last week, brought y'all back into this week, and we will be hopefully at our regular scheduled programming next Saturday.
Yes, indeed. Nephew Tommy is proud of us. So damn much.
On Sabbath we shall be back.
Yes, indeed. Nephew Tommy was so proud he had to come, but y'all did y'all thing.
He had to come back.
Y'all did y'all thing. Now I ain't got a boat for all y'all to fit on, but I'm coming through on the boat to let y'all know I'm proud of y'all.
Much love to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to Braylon Lee's channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Queen COGZ Nan. Subscribe to Talk with Slana. Make sure that you share this video and come back and see us every time we go live or post a video. Make sure that notification is on. Thank y'all for joining. We love y'all. Peace out.
And by the way, shout out to Q as well. He doesn't have a channel yet, but
yes, absolutely. Shout out to Q, our brother. We will see. Hopefully, we will all four be back together next week.
And when he does get his channel, we'll let you guys know about. And GG, watch this, because the producers are listening. They probably will say, "Hey, listen, Braylon was talking about your little abode, so get Uncle Steve to get a yacht and watch next season for season 10. He come on a yacht.
Come on a yacht.
Okay. All right, y'all. All
right, y'all. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Y'all can give me my applause.
Right. Much love.
Because I set y'all up for that yacht for season 10. You're welcome. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a Black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of Black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
What if you were about to meet the man you'd been talking to online for months or even years?
I just can't wait to experience your love that you have for me.
I'm Tyronda Jones, and I'll be your host. You are all here today because you are in a relationship with somebody you have never met in person before.
We've been doing this for 12 years. What? You have not met him in 12 years?
Would they be everything you hoped for?
I want to meet my husband.
End up marrying, have children, have a family.
Could it be love at first sight?
Do I look real?
Or would someone you don't recognize show up instead?
Shut up. I don't even know who this person is.
Is she catfishing me?
You look at somebody's pictures and then it's just not the same in person.
7 couples finally take their virtual relationships into the real world.
I like our relationship online, but real chemistry is in the air when you're around someone.
We kissed and I felt nothing.
Their online romances will be tested when they live together for 3 weeks.
A complete and utter lie.
Will their connections deepen?
I would love for this to go way further than this.
Or will getting physical expose the fantasy behind the screen?
He still is a liar, and until he can show me different, that's how I'm gonna look at it.
Will this be the start of forever?
I think I'm in love.
Think he'll pop the question?
I'm pretty nervous. It's a big step. There's one chance to do this right.
Or the end of the line for these couples?
Why would you propose to another woman? There was going in between them.
You have never said good about the woman sitting right here. That's the woman you need to be focused on.
There's a beginning, there is an end for everything.
What if you were about
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.